I recorded this last night and I ended up passing out, and I'm just here to finish where I started.
Like, I left my husband, I left my kids, and I moved to a whole new city, a whole new state, rather. Just me, no one else. And I didn't move because I didn't love them, but I finally decided to love myself too. And so for years, like, I put myself on the back burner, just being a mom, being a wife, which is great, it's awesome. But, all this time, like, I was wearing a smile, but deep down, like, I wasn't really happy inside. And so one day I realized that I couldn't keep living a life that made everyone else comfortable while I was crumbling inside. So literally, like, I made the most hardest decision, like, ever, like the most soul stretching decision, like, ever. And that was to pack my bags and move to Nashville.
Now imagine a man said this. He would be a deadbeat immediately, right? So women do this. Yeah, she's still a deadbeat, but not the way a man would be labeled as a deadbeat immediately. It's hella selfish. Like, just woke up in the morning and decided, hey, I can't be a mother anymore. She's clearly a deadbeat.
I actually, one day I just woke up and, I was just like, well, I can't do this anymore. Like, I feel like I need to do something different, like, other than what I'm doing. And I felt like I needed to find me again. Like I said, because, I felt like I was losing myself. So anyway, like, rewinding, I had actually applied for a position with Vanderbilt. And I ended up getting the position, and they were offering a sign-on bonus as well as a relocation bonus. And yeah, like, I got the position and I took it. So anyway, no safety net, like, no guarantees, no nothing. I applied for my apartment and everything. Like, I literally, like, got approved for everything, like, right away. So it seems like everything had just fell into my lap. Like, it was what I was supposed to be doing. And because of that, like, it really validated my decision.
Okay, so throughout this, the only reason why she's doing this is just to be alone. Like, she intends on just being alone. Because I don't know if it's because of, like, social media sensationalizing the idea of coming up by yourself, but she started a whole family, married a man, left him with the family, and now you decide to do this. She's got it twisted. This is not the order of things. Should be doing this the other way around. But of course, social media will sensationalize this as a good move, even though, like, your intention was to be a businesswoman. You'd rather be a businesswoman than a mother. I can understand that, but, like, you do that before you have children, before you decide to marry someone or involve someone in your life. I cannot understand this line of thinking.
To leave. And so I did that. I get to Nashville. I started rebuilding my life. I even, like, started thinking, like, of another business endeavor that I had been thinking about for, like, the past 5 years, that I never, like, built up the courage to do. And if you know me, like, you know, I've had businesses, even, like, just saving money, paying off debt, like, rebuilding my credit, like, everything. Like, I got my stuff back up, which I'm, like, totally proud of. And now, like, I'm getting ready to graduate with my master's in public health here in September 5th to be exact. And honestly, like, I still have, like, a long ways to go. Like, there's still so much that I want to do. I cried, I prayed, like, I healed, and I did a lot, like, and I found me. But like I said, like, I'm not done yet, and I'm like so damn proud of how far that I've come. Like, you don't even know the half. And I contemplated about whether like I wanted to even share this, you know, because yeah, like I've always like shared, you know, good news about, you know, certain things happening like in my life, but I've never just opened up and really just shared my truth to people. So this is new for me, and it's definitely like, you know, taking a leap of faith, because this is nothing that I, you know, ever really like imagined doing. But yeah, this is my story. And honestly, like, this is for any woman who feels stuck or torn or like scared to choose herself. You're not a bad mom. You're not a bad wife for choosing you. It doesn't mean that you're abandoning love. It doesn't mean that you're abandoning your family. It just means that you're making space for the version of you that has been buried so long under obligation. And that's exactly what it was. Like, if you are in your breaking point area, like, girl, I totally see you. Like, I see you. But you just, if that is something that you're wanting to do, like, I would just say pray about it. You know, for me, like, God is the head of my life, and I really sought him like never before, because I mean, God forbid I moved to another state and then, you know, the worst happens, you know. But everything fell into place, and then, you know, even my husband and I, like, our relationship got better. It started off like really rocky, but we got better, and, you know, we
Yes, it actually does mean you're abandoning your family. You're abandoning your children after you started them. You brought them on earth to abandon them. You're a deadbeat. And then telling other women it's okay to do the same makes them all stupid enough to follow you. You don't just like start a whole responsibility, start a whole life with someone, and then decide, hey, I'm bored, I don't feel like doing this anymore. This is the type of bullshit that we see on social media all the time, and we keep sensationalizing this. She is a horrible person. She thinks that she's doing well, but she's only doing this for herself. None of this makes her a good person. She is a terrible person. You're just leaving your family and sensationalizing your reason for leaving. That's absolute bullshit.
developed a deeper understanding of each other. And I feel like things are better than ever because I know who I am now, like, even more so. Because when we got married, I was a 22-year-old girl. I had a 5-month-old baby, and I didn't know nothing about being grown. And I was just going along with him, just following his lead, you know?
And you know, one thing I notice is when people lie, the lie sounds so much more entertaining than truth. When women lied, I noticed this. They make it sound like a Tyler Perry movie. And if it sounds this close, they're most likely lying. She's making it sound like as if she's doing this as some kind of like grand gesture of like independence. And it's okay to be independent. It's just you don't go start a whole family and then decide, hey, I'm going to leave because I'm bored. Like, you have children, you have responsibilities, you got to deal with this shit. Sorry, you brought them here, and now you just left them on the husband, who's probably heartbroken too because you left him as well. You started a whole marriage, and then decided that you're bored. You want to start a whole different life because you decided this. There's a lot of eyes going on in this whole video, if you've noticed.
And because of that, I really didn't know who I was. Like I said, like, I was just going along, you know, just following my man. You know, he was older, and, you know, he had the life and everything. But I had to find like what works for me, and I'm so glad that I did, because yeah, it was literally like the best thing I ever could have done for myself. Because yeah.
So I watched this off of another creator's video, and he said that there was a way to figure out whether she was going to do this or not. He could have seen this coming, and I disagree completely. Like, with people that are this selfish, it's not easy to like gauge how far it goes. Because, like, being selfish could mean they don't share things. They can cheat, but they're not going to leave. Being abandoned is a whole different thing. Nobody can see that coming. Like, what kind of sign can you get from somebody just leaving you and never coming back? Like, I can't think of one. And the fact that she's talking about, like, the husband, like, oh, everything's good. Like, so what? That doesn't mean that he's good with you. He has a deeper understanding of how selfish you really are. That's what he understands. So I can't, like, I can't say anything good on behalf of this woman, except that she wanted her independence, and she finally got it. Now, just pay your damn child support.